Good morning, Ma'am Lorena.
So before we start our lesson for today, let me ask you to please stand and let's have our prayer. So Enrique, can you please lead the prayer?
Classmates, are you ready to pray?
Yes, we are.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. So again,
Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
So again, good day class.
Good morning, Ma'am Lorena.
You may take your seat. So before we start our discussion for today, let me check first your attendance. Say present or say arriba when you're here. Okay? So Enrique Finulyor,
Arriba!
Princess Javier, arriba, and Edgardo Wai.
Arriba!
It seems like all of you here are present, and it is very nice to see that all of you are here to listen on my discussion for today. And I am grateful for that. So before we move, can I get what are those things or what are those knowledge that we've learned from our past discussion? Anyone? Princess?
So our last discussion is all about the photosynthesis.
Okay, so what is all about photosynthesis? Yes, Enrique?
Photosynthesis is the process of making food.
Very
for
good.
plants.
Yes, so this is very essential for them, enable for them to grow and to make some food for us, which is the fruit, right? Okay, very good. So now, let's go on activity time, wherein I will give you a flower or a goma mellow flower, and you will able to draw. Okay, you are going to draw the different parts of a flower based on what you see on this flower, and then try to label this by the use of this one. So pipili lang po kayo, okay, to make it clear. Draw kayo ng flower or draw kayo ng different parts ng gumamela na ibibigay ko sa inyo. Then after that, you will going to label this or your drawing by the use of this one. So you are going to guess what part of this, okay? So I will give you ample of time to do your activity. You have this one, and this one. Try to draw.
Are we
okay?
going to answer it by two?
No, it is individual.
We will draw.
Yes, you will draw. Okay, so you will give 2 minutes to do that. So I guess, malapit na kayong matapos. You can use your background knowledge about the different parts of it so that you can answer the question or the different parts of it. Okay na?
Middle part.
The meal party.
No. I guess you're done already. So let's proceed to the questions related to the activity. So number 1. How do you feel during your observation to the gomamela plant? Anyone? Yes, Enrique?
We feel confused
Why?
because
Don't know.
we have no idea what
Yes.
are these things.
So you don't have your prior knowledge already of this activity. Yes. May. Next, another is, based on what you observe, what do you think is the purpose of the flower? Yes, Princess?
I think for me, the purpose of the flower is for ornamental.
Ornamental. What else?
Say
Well, it has a lot of purpose, but for me, it serves as a reproductive or reproduction for plants.
Very good. What else?
For me, flower maybe become decorations.
Very good. So all of your answers are good. Princess said kanina, it is the ornamental, serves as design on our houses, while Ifrika told already that it is a reproductive organ of a plant, and this is correct. So furthermore, I will play a video and we're going to watch it, and then try to take down notes, those important details that we may use during our discussion. Okay? Wait for a while.
Kita mo ang aking flower.
And then, quiet please. Okay?
Sorry po.
It's just a short video clip, so we can watch it. Yes, that is pollination. from this video that I presented to you? Anyone? Even just one word that retained in your mind. Anything? Yes? Pollination. What else?
There's two types of pollination, like cross-pollination and self-pollination.
Good. What else? Yes.
Pollen is the
Is the what?
There are many parts of a flower.
Very good. What else? Yes.
Animals can be pollinators to spread flowers.
Okay. I guess you have lots of idea about our topic. So our topic is all about reproduction among flowering plants. So just like us as a human, we reproduce, right? And same as flowers, they also, same as plants, they also reproduce by means of a flower or by the use of flower, which is their reproductive organ. Okay? So here, flowers, anyone who wants to read, what is the meaning of a flower? Yes, Enrique?
Flowers, sexual reproductive structure, produces egg and sperm. Fertilization takes place inside the flower.
Okay, that's good. So, sexual reproductive structure. So, dito nagre-reproduce ang isang plant. Next, it produces egg cell and sperm cell. So, as you had said kanina, it has different parts wherein it has a male and female parts. And the next is the fertilization takes place inside the flower, which was given kanina. And then next, there are different parts of a flower, and these are those. So this is a flower. It has two, which is the male and female. The female part is this, the stigma, style, and the ovary. And that is the pistil. The female part is the pistil or the carpel, and it consists of stigma, style, and ovary. So the meaning of those are the following. So stigma, top of a pistil, is sticky surface for pollen to stick to, and it pertains to this one. The outer part of a female reproductive part. Okay? And then next, we have the style, which connects the stigma to the ovary. And the style is this one. It is the tube where it connects the stigma to the ovary of a flower. And then next is the ovary, which the ovary contains the ovule or the egg cell of a flower, which is this one. Okay, and this is the ovule. Next, let's move on to the male part of a flower. And first is the, what else? Anther and filament. So anther produces sperm nuclei by meiosis. The sperm nuclei are enclosed by pollen grains, and this is the anther. The anther consists of pollen grains, which is the sperm cell of a plant, which later transferred to the stigma. So for the pollination and the fertilization to happen. Next is the filament. The filament is a tube holds the anther up, which is this one. It holds the anther to the base of the flower. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question from this one?
No.
As you remember, our activity is labeling the flower, right? Now it's your chance to check your answer if it's correct or not.
There are parts that isn't the right position.
What is your score? Can you please count all those checks that you've got?
I only get 5.
5. Okay, very good. You got 5. What else? Ricardo, how?
I only get 4.
4. How about you, Enrique?
5 people.
That's good. At least you know some of those parts, even though we haven't yet discussed. Next is, So in pollination, there are 2 types of pollination. In order to create or to produce, they need to undergo a pollination. same flower. This means, iisa lang po yung gamit nating flower dito. Okay? Yung sarili ng pollen grains, matatransfer niya sa stigma. Sa sarili niya lang yung stigma. So, isang flower lang yung involved dito. While on sa cross-pollination, the pollen grains from other flower will transfer to another flower or the stigma of another flower. It is crossing another flower. Okay? So, tayo sa pollinator, may tatawid niya yung pollens from other plants or other flower to be another flower. And that is the cross-pollination. Naintindihan?
Yes.
Sa tatandaan, pag self-pollination, one flower ang involved. Pero pag sinabi natin cross-pollination, dalawang flower na yung involved dito. Naiintindihan? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, next. These are the following pollinators. Okay? In order to undergo the process of pollination, we need the pollinators. The pollinators are those agents that transfers the pollen grains to the stigma in order to undergo the process of fertilization. And those are bees. What else?
Butterflies.
Next. Wasps. Moths. Beetles. Next one. Birds. Bugs. Bee. And ants. Okay. So as you can see here, almost of them are insects, right? Because insects love flowers because they attract on the color of it. At the same time, they fed from flowers. Remember, insects loves nectars, and nectars are produced by flower, right? Yes. So another one is paano naman magagawa paano naman sila tinawag na pollinator? Tinawag silang pollinator kasi once na dumapo na sila sa ibabaw ng flower, yung pollen grains ay didikit na sa katawan nila. And once na dumikit na yun sa katawan nila, kapag pumunta na sila sa ibang bulaklak, may itatransfer nila yung pollen grains doon sa isang bulaklak. So doon na mag-undergo ng process of pollination. Okay ba yun? And next is wind. Wind is also a force, right? A natural force na carry, which is able to carry those light materials such as seeds or even pollen grains. They can carry it from other places. So this is also an agent or a pollinator. Okay, next is also us. Diba kapag tumitingin tayo ng mga bulaklak, there's something na dumidikit sa kamay natin pero hindi natin napapansin. And then pag tinawag mo na sa ibang plant, hindi mo alam na nakakatulong ka lang pala sa pag-fertilize sa process nung pag-fertilize nung or pag-reproduce nung isang plant. And yun hindi natin mamamalayan. So, ulitin natin. So, pollinators are insects, wind, even water, and us as a human are also pollinator. And then next, this is the process of pollination. So as you can see here, there is a flower here. So this is cross-pollination. Okay, this is a cross-pollination. So first stage, can you read it again?
Pollinator visits flower to collect nectar.
Yes, they first collect nectar. Next, princess. Second,
Pollen on anthers stick to pollinator.
okay. So once na nandiyan na siya sa taas, yung pollen grains, mag-stick na siya sa body ng insects. Kaya pag umalis na siya, ano mangyayari, Ricardo?
Pollinator moves to another flower.
When? Yes. Kapag nag-move na siya sa another flower, what will happen next?
Pollen is transferred to the stigma.
Yes. So pollen is transferred to the stigma, and that is the process of pollination. Did you get it?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any question from this?
None, ma'am.
Okay, good. Next, after the pollen grain was taken place in the stigma, what will happen next? Right? What will happen next? And then this will undergo fertilization. The process that will undergo once na napunta na yung pollen grain sa ibabaw ng stigma, mag-undergo na yan ng fertilization. fertilization. Okay, what will happen? So, yung pollen grains will move downward. So, dadaan siya ng style papunta sa ovary. Wherein sa ovary, it contains ovule. And once it happens, they will unite. They will unite. And after that, pag nag-unite na sila, they will form zygote. And that zygote, when it becomes mature, it forms into embryo. And that embryo will become seed. And that seed, once we planted it, it will become a seedling or a plant. Is it clear?
Yes.
This is the process of pollination, or actually say fertilization. Okay? Just like us as a human, di ba? So, nag-i-start ang baby sa pagiging fetus. Oh, di ba? Fetus. Next is, mag-grow siya ng mag-grow hanggang sa maging bata na siya. Magiging baby na siya pag lumakas. Okay? So, next, may tanong pa dito? Wala?
Wala po.
Okay. So, question. What is reproduction? Anyone? What is reproduction? Princess?
When we say reproduction, it is a process on how flowering plants are produced.
Okay. So, in reproduction, it's not just about plants. It's also for the human and anything na nagproduce. It may be from animals also. Reproduction is a way of reproducing another plant or another human or another animal. Next is how a flowering plant reproduce.
By pollination.
By pollination.
Pollination. Very good. What else?
First, pollination.
So first, what is pollination? Yes?
When we say pollination, it involves one flower only.
Pollen.
So when we say pollination, it is a transferring another pollen grain to another plant or a flower.
Okay. So what you've said earlier is the self-pollination. That is the self-pollination that includes one flower only. While Princess already stated the cross-pollination, which is it needs two flowers in order to take its place. Okay? So is it clear for you now?
Yes.
ma'am.
So, pollination, to make it clear, pollination is a process wherein the pollen grains will transfer into the stigma of a plant or of the female part. Okay? Once it transfers, the fertilization will undergo. And once it undergo, it will reach the ovary, and then it will move into the ovule and will turn into zygote. And once this goes by, it will become embryo, and that embryo, when it is matured enough, it will become seed. And that seed, when we planted it, it will become a seedling or a plant as time goes by. Okay, the activity. Are you ready for an activity?
Yes.
Okay, so the title of our activity 1 is, pakibasa?
Pick up me.
Pick me up.
I pick up.
Yes, pick me up. So the title is pick me up. Here's the direction. Okay. So I've already prepared some questions here. And what will gonna happen is I will group you into 3. And those representative of your group will have the power to raise their hand if they know the answer. If they don't know the answer, then they will not raise their hand, okay? And what will happen next, if their answer is correct, bubunod po kayo dito sa mystery box natin, wherein it consists of different colors of flower. So, every color of flower, meron siyang value. Nakadepende dito kung ilan yung points mo, okay? So, kapag ang nabunot mo is violet flower, it is 20 points. Okay? 20 points. Once it is yellow, it is 10. And once it is pink, it is 5. Okay? So, your score will depend on these 3 colors. Okay? So, I will group you into 3. So, the first group will be Princess. You are the leader. second group. In Miguel, you are the leader. And yes, next is the Edgardo, the third group, and you are the representative of your group. Okay? So we only have 3 questions to answer. Okay? So I will just speak, and then you will just raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay? The first question. It is the process of when one of the sperm cell fuses with the egg. Wait for a while. Just finish the question so that antayin nyo ang go signal ko. It is the process of when, quiet for a while. It is the process of when one of the sperm cell fuses with the egg inside the ovule. 1, 2, wait for a while. 1, 2, 3, go. O, in regard.
Reproduction.
Good. This is?
Reproduction.
No, it's not reproduction. Yes?
Pollination.
No.
It's fertilization.
Very good. It's fertilization. Now, munod ka na dito. Huwag mo titignan. That is 10 points. So, first group got 10 points. Next. Another question is, what do you call the agent who transfer, wait for a while, finish the question. What do you call the agent who transfer pollen grains? 1, 2, just raise your, wait lang. 1, 2, 3, go! Princess.
Pollinators.
Very good, that is pollination. Ano ba yan? Kawawa naman na yung dalawang group.
Kunin natin yung ayoko yun.
Okay, that is 10 again. So, all in all, we got 20 points. Bawi, for the last question. Wait for a while. It is the sexual reproductive structure of a plant. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, yes?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay, I will just repeat the question. It is the sexual reproductive structure of a plant. A sexual reproductive structure of a plant. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes?
Testing.
Wrong.
Ovary.
No.
Ovule.
No? I will repeat the question. It is the sexual reproductive structure of a plant.
Pollen.
Wrong.
Can you give our
Stamen.
Clue? The clue is it is ornamental.
Yes.
Yes.
Flowering.
Medyo close na.
Need.
Hindi kasi sunod.
Reproduction of flowering.
No, this is one word only.
It starts with letter.
When I say the start of this letter, you are going to know the answer.
Need.
Last letter.
Flower.
Yes, that is flower. So,
Ika.
that is flower. So now,
It's violet.
it consists of 5. No, it's not violet. It's pink. So, all in all, the group 1 got 25 points. Okay, so they are the winner of this game. So, palakpakan natin sila.
Cheater.
Next, another activity. Just bring out your paper and pencil, and you're going to answer this activity. Okay, bring out your paper and pencil or your ball pen, and then answer this activity 2. Answer it based on what you've learned from our class. Okay, so let's try to answer this one. Let's try to answer. Can you kindly please read number 1, Princess?
Number 1. It is the transfer of mature pollen grains from an anther to the stigma.
What is that?
Pollination po.
Yeah, very good. Pollination. Next. Number 2, Edgardo.
It contains ovules.
It contains ovules.
Ovary po.
Very good. Ovary. About number 3, Miguel.
It is the female part of the flower.
What is that? Very good. It's a pistil. Next. female part of the flower.
Ovule.
No, it's not the ovule.
Stamen.
Yeah, it's stamen. Next, number 5. Last number. Princess.
Stick is their face for pollen to stick to. Stigma.
Very good. This is stigma. Ilan na nakuha nyo? Princess, ilan nakuha mo?
1, 2, 3, 4.
How about you, Enriquel?
1.
How about you, Edgardo?
2.
Very good. Next, another activity. You will answer this one and you will submit your paper. Okay? So I'll just give you ample of time to answer.
What is flower? Flower is the
What
Quiet.
are the different parts of the flower? It's the
Be quiet. Talk to your teammate. Sir, silent. Are you done with your activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So kindly submit all your activities to me so that I can check it. Thank you. This score will be given tomorrow on our discussion, before our discussion. Okay? Next, for the last part, let's have our activity. Just copy your activity, should I say assignment. Let's just copy your assignment and can we read this one? It says,
Draw how pollination takes place. Put it on a short common bun and share your idea to the class on the next meeting.
so I will require only 3 members of the class to share their ideas or their outputs for tomorrow, okay?
Yes,
Are you
ma'am.
done copying your assignment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's all for today. Let's end up this meeting by a prayer. So, Princess, can you kindly lead us